Here it is, day one, putting the 1978 Jeep J10, J20 back together. We finally got the transmission back from the transmission shop. Come to find out, is a AMC casing with a regular turbo 400 on the inside, but the casing alone is what's worth all the money. So apparently they're not available. Luckily that one didn't break coming out, so it's reusable. It's rebuilt. Transmission fluid. The gas tank I found is out of an 88 Jeep. The sender is out of a, I want to say 87 Chevy. So I have new transmission lines, new belts, just everything ready to start going back on. With this though, I do not need that middle line. This one right there, I'm going to cut that off. I don't need the black lines. I'm going to cut this one off also, that way I don't try to put the cap on that, just be on the safe side. That will go in, and then I'm going to start putting everything back together. Got the radiator back from the shop. That big old crack that used to be here has all been soldered up. It looks really nice. Apparently it was really clogged too. When he did his testing, he said lots and lots of garbage fell out. So here's hoping that it's all unclogged now and ready to be installed.
The first thing I do is I cut off the piece I don't need. Then I bend the intake pipe with the sock on it up just a hair with my metal bender, and that gives me enough room to fit the Chevy part into the Jeep tank.
Perfect. I took my bender and I bent it up just a hair to clear the bottom, and it works fine.
Once I get the sending unit installed, I move on to get the fuel line vent hose on, and then the fuel line fill line on. Once the tank is all done, I go ahead and try to install it. I put up one hanger, I install the fill line and the return line, and then I install the fuel gauge sender with that little plug on top. If you've been following along, the tank is not correct for this Jeep. Neither is the fuel sender. So I have to customize everything to try and make it fit. Luckily, the previous owner has also put a aftermarket tank on it that was not supposed to be on it. So the hangers fit, luckily.
Alright, so my vent hose, which is 3/4 of an inch, the vent on this is actually kind of facing up, and this toolbox is so close over here, I'm having trouble trying to figure out how to bend that around without cutting off circulation. So I'm debating to completely remove the toolbox, which is option 1. Option 2 is to give it just enough slack to try to go in, but without bending it over to cut off the circulation. And then this one right here, which is the bigger one, which is 1 1/8 inches, this one does go down. So I have a spare one here. So that will go like so and head over to that direction. And you see I have a pretty big gap. Well, this is what they used before. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut all that out and reuse that pipe. Now, we got to clean out that nastiness on the inside. All right, from the fill cap all the way down, going into the tank, got my line on, got my lines going to the tank, running to the front. So the next step is to actually connect the front lines, which would be this one. Actually cut this to proper size, and that's going to go on the bigger one here, and then I got to completely reroute a brand new one to the small, run it up there and connect that to the filter for my return, and the fuel system will be done. What I did is I went underneath the hood, measured how much I needed. You're going to have your inlet over here, your exit over here. I'm just trying to get it all tightened up, get it ready to go back on, and as soon as we put a transmission on it, she'll be ready to fire up for good. Then all I gotta do is worry about putting in new U-joints on everything. What I'm trying to do is, this is not my return, it goes back to the tank. I had, when I first tried to start this thing, the fuel pump hooked straight into the carburetor. But now I need to shorten this in half, so the filter is going to sit there. Then I'll just have a short hose to go from my outlet straight to the carb. That's what I'm trying to do. And we are done. Comes out of the fuel pump, goes straight into the filter. Filter goes to return line, goes straight into the carb. Got the upper radiator hose put on. As you can see, I used a different one other than the one that came out of it. That was all rust. Get the bottom coolant line on. So now I can actually put coolant in it, and I can officially put gas in it.